All right, here we are with Stars Without Numbers, Crew Expendable, Season 1, Episode 1. We are in October 2019, and...
I'm Peter the GM, and to my left we're X playing Y.
Mark playing Notma.
Devin as Mother.
Tyler as Jadian Soon.
Okay then, guys. So, we start this adventure, I guess, in, what's the system name? In Phalaos, which is 0202, around the Roma Secunda planet, and you are on the Pegasus shipyard. That's where you're getting your ship. So, first big question, who owns this ship? Who's on the deed? Who's taking the loan?
I'm taking the loan.
Just by yourself?
Well, I don't think Notma wants to leave a paper trail.
No, I think Notma kind of came aboard the last minute, but...
But if other people want to be on it, that's fine.
Is this going to tie into shares?
I mean...
We all get the same shares regardless.
Oh, okay, then no, I don't.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'd be crazy to take the liability. I can get all the reward and none of the liability? Are you crazy?
It's up to you guys how do you split the things afterwards and so on, but let's see you figure out who's on the thing. So, okay. So, Tyler, your character, what's their full name?
Jadian Soon.
Jadian Soon. So, Jadian Soon, you got a loan from the Praetorian Republic. They have a program where they just finished a war, they have surplus ships, so they're selling it off to spacers like yourself. Mm-hmm. So you got your lovely ship on a nice loan of 1.9 million credits.
Seems like a reasonable amount.
Yeah, so you just finish off signing the paperwork, you have your deed in place, and you got assigned a handler, an all-starfarer that will be coming with you. He's there to make sure that, you don't miss payments, he'll have you.
He's coming on the ship.
Yes, he'll
be our Hermes.
Remember that thing we talked about ditching for 1,000 years? We couldn't do that if you didn't come along. We'll have to kill him.
So yeah, he's a handler. He's make sure that, help you find some jobs if you need to, and make sure that you make payments, and if something goes wrong and he goes missing, doesn't report back.
But all he cares about is that we make the payments, right?
Yes. He's not there to make moral judgment, he's not there to enforce any laws, he's, none of that. It's just for, handling your loan, and that's all he cares about, nothing else. Okay. This is space law, so he doesn't interfere with anything.
Alright.
This is space law.
I mean, ask, No-Name here, he will tell you all about it.
Yes, of course. It's a perfectly valid law, registered in all major systems.
Okay then, so you guys are your crew, you have a little bit of cash left over from your loan from buying the ship, so you can do some trading, and you also have your first, assignment / work, which is, just take a look at my notes, taking 50 tons of cargo to Purgarito in 0400. You'll get 50,000 credits for that. So, what do you guys want to do first before you depart?
I want to do some bookkeeping so that I'm keeping track of all of these jobs and destinations. So we are being hired to take 50 tons of cargo.
Yep.
What kind of cargo?
Yeah. What and to where?
The question is, do you want to ask?
I mean, do we get the impression that it would be
it seems
like out of line to ask? It seems like we'd want to know what's on our ship.
Well, you look at it and it says paper clips.
Okay. 50 tons of cargo. Paper clips.
Are we delivering to General Port or a specific destination?
Yeah, where are we delivering it to?
To a planet called Purgarito, and there's like one major port that they have for trains. That's where you're delivering it to.
Purgarito is what coordinates?
0400.
0400. This is the place that's on fire most of the time, right?
No, that's Inferno.
Oh, of course.
So that's Monterf system. So you got Industry, you got Inferno, Paradiso, and Purgarito.
And they're offering us 50,000, huh?
Yep.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? It seems like a sketchy job right off the start for not a lot of remuneration.
What does your character look like? Just so we can establish that. Sort of,
Yeah.
I know what I'm looking
Let's
at.
establish, our characters, how they look, how they start discussing this.
Okay. Jadian is a pretty typical looking human male, early 30s, sandy blonde hair, a little bit of scruff. He's got one of those faces that you kind of know from everywhere and tends to put people at ease. He's got a relaxed, calm manner of speaking. Dresses in your standard spacer fare.
Natma is almost always wears crappy ship jumpsuits that are a little bit disheveled. Off the ship, he wears, if he can possibly get away with his spacesuit. If he can't, he'll always wear his atmospheric filter and spends as much time on ship or space station as possible. Does not like natural environments. Physically wise, he's a pretty normal looking guy, except very nondescript. Doesn't usually wear too much or carry too much gear with him. It just looks like sort of a generic, second level tech or something like that you can find on a random freighter.
Mother wears a quarantine suit, which would be a white and blue sort of light polymer spacesuit that has a little backpack on it, medical symbol, which would be a blue moon or something, and a space helmet. Underneath, when she's not wearing her cover, Mother looks like a lithe, spindly, 7-foot-tall, white-mirrored robot with no features. Just human pattern, blank, reflective face with lights that light up behind the head area when she talks. But among people, she has a little suit on to look like she's a doctor, in a quarantine environment.
Okay, and
All telescopes in instead. She has multiple limbs and parts that open up that don't have seams that stuff will come out of with arms on them.
Cool. And our Starfire is, looks a little bit like Starship Trooper, guys. He's got black shirt, black, pants, big boots, and looks kind of military-ish.
Does he look like Rutger fucking Hauer?
Yes, of course, he looks like
Piece of
that.
shit.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Need to continue the joke.
What do we know about Purgarito?
Let's look.
Space communist.
Yes, it's a space communist planet, but it actually functions thanks to the use of a precog council and a planning AI, or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's it's a Tier 3 planet, so a little bit backwards in these days. That's why they're importing a lot of post-tech stuff and what have you to boost up their, everything.
Okay, and who's ordering these paper clips?
You just have it, to be delivered there. Who will be getting those paper clips, do you think? Command lore. Tell me.
I have a command lore in this game.
How dare you?
I don't know. I assume since it's a communist planet, some kind of commissar.
Sure.
Question is whether this is a perfectly legitimate government shipment, or if it is going to, all right, the 1 ton of paper clips. There's 1 ton of paper clips.
Al Starfarer got us this assignment, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's chat with him a bit.
Okay.
Al, come on, you gotta help me out. Come on, 50 tons of paper clips.
I mean, yeah, so universal paper clips. Just says it on there. Think.
It seems logical, Captain.
And we can inspect the cargo.
I mean, yes, but make sure that everything adds up, so don't take stuff from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems logical, Captain. On a planet in the middle of an economic crisis and let's say, a resource bootstrapping, they wouldn't want to allocate an entire facility to producing such a meaningless item that could be acquired elsewhere.
Well, let's check the cargo, and if it checks out, we'll take it over.
Sure. So people are just, I guess.
It makes sense, right? You wouldn't want a paperclip factory when you're trying to like build a fucking food factory.
Yeah, and I can see them having a lot of bureaucracy.
Right? 50 tons will last.
Yeah. So the cargo's like next to your ship, ready to be loaded whenever you give it a go ahead, and yeah, it does say it's like universal paperclips on the side, just like in stock crates or whatever.
So the question isn't just
I'll take out a bioscanner and start, surgically scanning Star Trek style with a tricorder.
Nothing biological.
Yeah.
So the next question is, that's what we're carrying. So my question to you, boss, is, what else are we carrying?
Oh yeah, we've got
Do we have enough space for these?
we've got 150 tons of additional storage,
You
and then we've also got 4 tons of storage.
I mean, you bought this ship from these guys. They know about it.
Let me put it in.
You ordered it.
Are you talking about the smuggler holds?
How do they know you have a smuggler hole? We kept a receipt.
He like brings up the blueprint where it's like on the side with a paperclip. You put a post-it. It's like, could you please put in some smuggler holds? I really want to smuggle.
I mean,
You want a snuggle hold? Aww. No, it's for theft.
Actually, the other kind of ship might be more profitable.
So,
I'll pick a crate at random and pop it open.
okay. Well, it looks like paper clips.
I do get in your way and like stop you from doing it. I do it myself.
Okay.
Okay then.
You don't know what sort of now, Captain. You don't know what sort of antibodies are on these items.
Okay. Roll your technical skill. What's technical skills do you have, Devin? For some inspection.
I'm opening a crate, asshole. I'm just making sure he doesn't
okay,
get sprayed by
sure.
venom, like in
No.
Jurassic Park.
When you're examining this thing, sure. Oh, you open a crate. It indeed has paper clips.
Are they actual paper clips, or are they some kind of illusion? Because I can see right through illusion. No, that's legit. Like, if it's projected, then...
Sorry?
No, I was just checking to make sure we're recording.
Okay. So, well, if you guys want to start investigating those, start making some rolls to figure this out.
Sure.
I'm not, because they're paper clips, and
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I'm not gonna bite one of the coins.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start digging through them too bad, but I am gonna do a little background research into the chain of custody that this item has gone through, and just make sure it's coming from legitimate sources, heading to legitimate sources.
Yeah.
I'll just put one in my scanner and just scan for its material composition.
Okay then.
So what do I roll? How do I roll this guy?
Oh boy.
Okay, so you're trying to check the paper trail.
Yeah.
So that will be, I guess, Enter Wisdom plus Administer.
Yeah.
And I guess you're checking the compositions or whatever. So it'll be, I guess, Wisdom, because that's the perception here, plus Fix, I guess that's the...
Oh, thank Christ. No, I would also accept no.
Yeah, I think it's Fix.
Alright. Thank Christ it wasn't program.
So I roll a d20.
2d6.
No, 2d6 plus
These
your
mine?
modifiers plus...
These mine are yours, Mark.
Oh, go ahead.
There's plenty to share.
Doesn't really matter as long as I get 2 dice. Oh god, you knocked all of them over.
Devin, you're a
You
mess.
killed the entire Simpsons morning. Even the bacon.
Okay, so I rolled and got a 9,
No.
and my modifiers are 0.
Okay. Skill check. What's in...
I rolled a 5. Or, I rolled a 4. I got a 5. Oh, wait, plus my wisdom? Nothing. 5.
Okay. So yeah, the paper trail, well, it comes from this planet, from some, universal paperclip factory, and, didn't go through too many hops, so it's pretty much like, oh, someone ordered it from there, shipment here for anyone to pick up, and
Okay,
yours.
so it all more or less checks out.
yeah, and yeah, you don't see anything weird about them, Devin.
We just made a nickel or whatever.
Yeah, they look like normal paperclips.
Clearly, this ruse is more cunning than we thought. We're gonna have to jettison out the airlock.
No exotic contaminants found, Captain. Or
Okay.
Strange particles or radiation.
I'll signal to the loader doors to start loading them on.
Okay. People are loading it up for you. So,
And I stole that paperclip.
what?
No. The count has to be exact.
You're off by 1. You get 0 credits and we're taking your shit.
Now we're gonna murder you.
Pew, 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 pew.
No.
So I don't know. Maybe we should go find an expat from this planet if there's any around, and see if what kind of stuff is good there. Or talk to a captain who's been there recently.
That's a good idea.
Well, okay. Who would want to do some research or something? What would be...
No.
No. What would be a good...
No, like KNOW. Or I also have Connect.
That's both
Sure.
good.
Does anyone else have Connect?
Not me.
I have it at 0.
So do I.
So,
We should work together.
giving us hope.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, roll for hope.
Is that a thing here?
I'm pretty sure
80.
rolling for hope isn't a thing.
Why don't you find them and make the connection, and then I'll talk to them once you do.
Yeah, all right. Aim a skill check. If I succeed, the other one gets
+1.
a +1 on their roll. So I'm going to roll to aid you. Wait, what is your social? What's your plus modifier? What's your charisma?
+1.
Haha, you have better than me, so I'll roll to try and give you another +1. I got a 7.
Okay.
Did I help him?
I got an 8.
Okay, so I guess you both succeed. So,
So
connect.
that pushes him up to like 9 or 10.
It puts me up to 9.
There you go. Mwahaha.
So as far as connecting was like, oh, you create an NPC and you can, have a chat with them about stuff. So, creating as an NPC then, who did you connect with?
I found you a intelligent machine called Smuggler 1. That's the administrative secretary unit for a building. It's not a robot, it is the building.
Okay.
We're going to meet out back. It's like an administrative building for like dealing with, I don't know, permits.
And it's from Purgatorio?
Yeah. Data module came from there and they integrated into here. It's like a VI.
What's it called?
Smuggler 01.
Smuggler 01.
Also note, guys, some of you should be taking notes for this game.
Yeah, guys, pick up some
Yeah, that's
slack.
right. It's
Doing
not
it,
you for
but
once.
if more people wanted to jump on it, that would be great.
I'm powerless. I take all the notes when I run games, so I'm just going to take a break this time around.
Okay, so
Yeah, you
start up a new file.
What I'll do is when we pause or take a break or whatever, I'll just share you on this one, and we can edit it together.
Okay.
That's the plan. We'll also want to pin that in Discord later.
Yeah.
The fans are seeing the magic behind the scenes.
This is how things go when Peter's not playing a game.
All right, it's a nightmare.
Okay, so we'll head up to Smuggler 01.
Yeah, so I imagine there's like a back console, like a phone booth or something on the outside of the building or whatever we'll call up.
I mean, you just connect through, data side, whatever, you can just call it from the space station you're on. You don't necessarily have to land because, hey,
I assume it'd be more secure just to go up to it directly and plug in and talk to it. That way, less people could intercept.
Either or.
I don't know. I also thought it gives a nice set piece for Peter to describe on the fly.
For them to describe us, he's the NPC. Oh, they looked at him.
It's an administrative building.
There you go.
Yeah, whatever the architecture of this society is, it's a building of it that's an office.
Very brutalistic.
Okay, yeah, brutalism.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll pull out a data jack and plug in.
Okay.
I think I found a resource for us to get into contact with Captain. This building should suffice.
It's very resourceful of you, Mother.
Mother just wants to help.
So I'm told you're Smuggler 01.
Yes, that's who I am.
I'm Jaden Tsoom. Pleased to meet you. I understand that you came here from Purgatorio.
Yes.
I was hoping if you had some time, we might be able to just chat a bit about home, what you know of it, what's going on there, what people might be looking for.
Well, he starts, giving you the rundown of the place. That pretty much what we heard before. That it's a communistic place and so on. It's bootstrapping itself, and I guess what you're looking for is for information about what type of goods they're importing.
What's a hot commodity?
Okay. Well, the main hot commodity they're looking for is post-tech parts in general. So that means like computation equipment or general TL4 tools and everything that comes with that. And second is biotech, because they have a lot of people that have cyber implants there. That's how they help run the whole government, make sure that everyone knows what they're doing and so on.
So just so we know, is there anything over that's hard banned in that area? So we don't want to run afoul of any customs agents or anything.
Well, don't go to don't stray from like the what's it called, docking district 1. Don't interfere with the locals or cause trouble in general. They mostly don't scan your ships, and other than that, common sense applies. So no maltech, no weapons of mass destruction and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, generally pretty peaceful. So nothing special you have to worry about.
Before we leave this planet, we should also get a feel if there's any kind of surreptitious market on here that we could come back to.
Good point.
Well, in general, you can start doing some trading and learn from that, I suppose. So that will involve some rolling and some math and so on. You guys want to pause for that, I suppose?
Sure. Ah, yes. I love that game. It's the first game I bought on Steam.
Okay.
Is that Rust?
It's Reciteer!
Yeah, I haven't heard that in so long.
We're back. We recorded this entire call.
Okay.
As soon as that music started.
So, we started doing some trading, and Tyler, what did you get?
So we were able to wheel and deal and get a fantastic price on a bunch of cybernetics, which have both military and medical applications. So we loaded on 3 tons of that.
Yeah.
Capitalism, ho!
Yeah.
Should we load that in our smuggler's compartment? I just want to use it.
I mean, it could be useful
Putting
if...
things in our smuggler's compartment would increase the chance of being revealed that we have a smuggler's compartment. We call that in some polities is called intent.
That's very wise, Mother.
Mother knows best.
So yeah, the base price is 50,000, but you guys managed to roll your trade and everything and got it down to minus 70%, 15,000 per ton, 3 tons, 45,000. You have a little bit of cash spare, and that's your trade done. Simple. Capitalism ho. So, I guess you guys have everything ready?
How much does it cost every time we refuel?
500 credits per jump, I think.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that will get you is your interest on the loan. 1% per month.
That's kind of terrifying. How long does it take to jump one system roughly?
Well, a few days. Depends on how well the pilot is, and what have you, and how fast your ship is, and so on and so on. But we'll see how it goes. So, if that's everything you want from Roma Secunda and what have you, then I guess we can depart.
Yeah.
Okay then, let's start figuring out how long it takes you to do the journey. So, let's see, starships. So, first of all, you're in the gravity well of the star, what have you. You have to go to the edge of the system, which is the intra-system travel, which is in spike drills. It's get different. So, the base time is 48 hours to get from your region to the edge of space so you can jump. You can try cutting it in half by doing a piloting roll. I think that's like in plus dex plus pilot, navigate, one of those. If you succeed, you cut it down to half. If you fail, it's double the time.
What's the difficulty?
I think that's a normal 7. Probably something like a 7.
That is a skill check, so...
Yeah, it is.
They don't call us reckless for nothing.
Let's see. Please. Sorry. That's a pilot check at difficulty 9. It says in the Interest in Travel on page 111.
What's your bonus?
Nothing.
That's not worth doing.
No, it's not.
Okay, then.
Math does not work out.
Okay.
So we'll take the 48.
The 8. So that's 2 days, and you're at the edge of the system. It's also good to take notes of how much time is passing.
Oh, yeah.
So we started out January 1st, 3,200, and now it's 2 days later.
2,000 what?
3,200.
2,200.
January 1st for easy calculations. And months are 4 weeks because fuck, all the little things.
Yeah.
So, now it's the 3rd of January, you are at the edge of the system. Time to make the spike drill. So, since you guys are, your spike drive is level 1, so you can only jump to 1 system over. So, let's see for the difficulties. So basic difficulty for spike drill is 7. You have the basic rotor, which doesn't get you any bonuses or penalties. You don't get penalties for traveling more than 2 hexes, and you're not rushing the jump, which will have another difficulty because you have like half an hour to spool up rather than being in combat. Now, do you want to trim the course, which increases your effective spike level by 1, will add to the difficulty.
What's the base TN?
7.
And your bonus?
I auto succeeded anyone that's a difficulty 10 or less.
Oh, yeah, then you definitely want to...
Yeah. So you are trimming the course. Let's see, what is the base travel time? Let me double check that.
Oh, man. Good to be back in space again. Take off this damn thing.
Yeah, why do you wear that all the time?
You know how many bacteria and stuff is on every planet we come to?
You don't.
It's gross. No, I mean, I know it's a big number though. Really big. Like,
Okay, so the basic transit time between two systems is 6 days per hex traveled, and you divide that by your drill rating. So your effective drill rating is 2, so it's 3 days in metaspace. So, do you have anything special for making the thing? You will have some routine, Mr. Captain, sir? How does it look?
No, I'm just really, really good at it. I just sit down and like fingers fly across the dashboard,
once in a
plugging
while,
things in.
when there's like a question come up to you, like a magic 8-ball or a dartboard, you throw things at.
Yeah. And plot the spike jump and engage.
Okay then. So, everybody has 3 days of, keeping the ship running. What do you guys do in the meantime? One by one, hello, long journey.
It's a long journey.
Pretty much.
Oh, I just research in my lab. Usually, sometimes I'll come out and give you guys physicals. You know how you're supposed to get a physical like once every, I think, year or two after you're 50?
Yeah.
It's like every week. I'm constantly checking you guys for things. Like I'm touching you a lot.
Oh mother.
The kind of like base, like boring kind of substandard entertainment and food available aboard this generic freighter is like, yeah, Notma is just like absolutely happy with it. Like just there's he's going around repairing stuff. He's got a spring in his step and all that sort of thing.
I gotta hang out in the cabin or the cockpit, read a book, watch the stars go by.
Yep. Things are whizzing by.
Well,
Okay.
stay close by in case any alarms go off or anything like that.
I mean, pretty new ship. You are pretty confident about your, navigation here. So it's more like, pretty much like 8 hours of like course correcting, and then someone else takes over and so on, like rotates and shifts.
But when they do, I watch them.
Yeah,
I'm a backseat driver.
yeah. And all Starfarer is doing what anyone that has enough experience. He gets drunk. Just like this will take a while. Pass out in his cabin. Okay then, 3 days later, you guys emerge in 0301 in Swadi system. So, usually people don't travel there much. It's like one of the planets there is inhabited by some weird aliens, and one's weird geometrical stuff there. But you get hailed. There's a ship around. Another. What's the class of your ship? Is that
A free trader?
Yeah, another free trader. Hailing you guys. You guys respond or something?
On screen.
Okay. So, this is the PRS Mew Mew, and we're offering refuel if you guys want. They're in the same sector of the space as you. So I guess from what you gather, it's somewhat of a popular trade lane. So they're just camping there for people that need refuel.
Just check something.
Yes.
What were you saying about getting those anti-border countermeasures?
It's on my Mother's Day list.
Are they the only option?
I mean, if you want to go into the gravity well, there's land on the planet, refuel, come back, and so on. It will take you longer, but
I mean, given that the rate we're running, basically the question is it more economical to just buy from them?
That's not the question I'm asking.
Also, are they
Can we
pilots?
scan them?
do you have some ship scans? Are there some mechanics for this? Tell me, what are you using on your magical ship that you've tailor-made for yourself?
I thought that scanners came with every kind of ship. How else does
Sensors
it
and
fly?
detection. Page 112. So apparently this isn't Star Trek. We just don't have scanners. We can get a lock on them. Wait, we seem to have short-range scanners. Hull type, weaponry, damage, ID codes.
So, are they broadcasting?
Oh, and a comms officer can interrogate the scan, asking a question for rolling int/program against difficulty 8. Who took program?
Nobody has programming. We don't know how to use a computer. That's crazy.
Neither of you took programming?
Nope.
I mean, I only have so many skills.
I have 2 skills to pick, and I also asked if we needed anything.
You guys are useless!
Eventually, I probably will get it.
No, we're gonna pass. We're just gonna go into the gravity well. We're gonna say thanks, but we've got business to do with the planet. So.
Okay then. So, which planet do you go to?
Which is the least creepy?
Let me double check my notes. I guess you can pause.
Sure. We're back.
Okay. So, Toei is a backwater planet that's harvesting a crocodite mineral that's useful but very invasive. If it's not handled well, it tends to spread out and just kill biological life forms and just take over. And Tessellation is a world run by aliens that's crystalline, and they're rather unnerving. They don't really like people that much. But
Is that 0305?
0301.
0301 toy? Where there are robots
So-
taboo treasure?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Continue. I was just making sure I was on the right page.
Yep. And yeah, they're run by psychers, so that's a thing there. So, which one of those two you think is better than PRS Mew Mew?
I'm personally not a big fan of the killer space rocks. I say we go
Robots.
to the weird aliens.
Yeah, I mean, the robots on that planet are golems.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
So I say we go to the weird aliens. We just pull up, dock their space station, get some fuel, head out. Doesn't have to be more complicated than that.
Sounds good to me.
Okay then. So you're flying in to the system. That takes you another 2 days to move from the edge of the system to the gravity well of the planet. And yeah, you dock on Tessellation, which is a very like mineral-rich planet, very geometrical. Like everything's like sort of made out like hexagons that seem to be like crystalline slash very unnatural in comparison to all the other planets. It seems like even the natural geology is all that geometrical. And you land in one of the hexes that's like a spaceport. And yeah, I guess you don't take too long until they just do your refueling. So that's 500 credits for your fuel. And yeah, haven't really written up this plan, so if you guys want something here, then you have to give me some time, or we'll just move on.
We can just move on.
Okay then. You don't dilly-dally.
No, we're not even disembarking at the station. We're literally like just pulling up,
Sure.
getting fuel and going.
So, another 2 days in the interplanetary space. And you reach the edge, and now you can make another drill for yourself. So, I guess that will be taking 3 days.
Yeah, same
go,
routine as before.
Yeah, to go to 0300. Space. So much travel and note taking. So exciting and riveting.
Okay, so how long is the spike jump? Another 3 days?
Another 3 days.
How big is that loan again?
1.9 million credits.
And the percentage rating is 1 per month?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty daunting.
Okay. Unless someone wants to do some role playing in the meantime, you guys arrive in Mushami. System 0300.
You know, we got a lot of space on this ship. We're kind of underutilizing it. There's a couple of chemical processes we might want to start doing that for some low-quality trade goods, if you know what I mean.
You want to start a meth lab in the cargo hull?
I mean, I don't want to start a meth lab, but I mean, I just think getting certain medicines out to certain things would be a smart move, given the amount of our kind of low starting
Fabrication
capital.
and distribution of such substances would be a violation of the Hippocratic Oath.
Are there any that have legitimate medical purposes?
No, none. All of them are bad for you, and all of them will stunt your growth and shrink your penis.
No, I meant like things that are just a little bit. There's nothing, no type 2 that's illegal in most
You won't
places.
get into a good school.
I mean, the problem is we hit a problem with distribution as well.
I was primarily thinking of things like stills and stuff like that, and very basic stuff, but. I mean,
I don't know if we'd be brewing alcohol on a scale of which it would be profitable, considering we'd still have to buy raw ingredients.
Yeah, true.
Although, I appreciate the entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay, and with that, you're in the system. So, the Mushami system, it's home to Halvey and Shilos. Let me take a look at my notes. What are they? So, Halvey is an oceanic radioactive world. It's like pretty much just inhabited by scavengers that just try to pick apart what's left of the previous civilization there. And Shilos is a backwater planet, but it really likes spacers because, you know, a lot of feuding nations, lots of wars, and they like those TL4 guns that you guys bring around. So, they're the best bet to go and refuel.
Ah, she lives here.
Yeah.
Oh, you can build navigation routes into this?
Hmm?
You can make navigation routes on this now.
I guess it's to make it more like Traveler, I suppose.
Yeah.
Neat.
I just saw that you could click on the planets and get information about them.
You didn't know that?
I did not.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Yeah, they're a friendly foe and tyranny. For obvious reasons.
But we wanted to do stuff at Shilos.
Yep.
Oh, okay, Shilos? Alright, let's get Halvey. Alright, why are they a friendly foe? Can we get some info on these guys again?
Okay. There we've got a bunch of feuding nations. They're at war. And again, they like spacers because spacers bring stuff they cannot produce themselves because they're TL2. So, you know, if you come in as a trader, they'll spoil you and, you know, give you everything, especially if, you know, you bring them weapons and what have you. So they like you, but they're still a tyrannical government, so...
Yeah, this is where we're dumping our 3 tons of cybernetics.
Oh, excellent suggestion.
Let's hail Shilos.
Perhaps, Captain, we might be able to increase the value of our product if we were able to provide a demonstration.
What kind of demonstration were you thinking?
We simply find volunteers and apply the product to them as a test.
Then we'd be basically giving away product.
You give away some of your product in exchange for a higher take on the next sale.
It's not like you won't be able to find any veterans or missing limbs down there. They're planet of war of field state.
Veterans? Are you suggesting we find a politically motivated volunteer?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably find a couple of warlords who are
Warlords?
missing a limb.
What about heroes?
Yeah, sure, that'll work too.
I think we really only need to find the one.
Yeah.
Or perhaps a decorated soldier that is no longer useful. Demonstrate value by bringing it back into operation. It, not in the dehumanizing sense, in the gender-neutral sense, because we don't know them.
Do we have any files on the? I guess we could just also just head down there and take a look.
And files on the
planet in question, like the key leaders or...
Yeah, can we connect? Why don't we both try to connect to see what contacts we got here?
Sure.
It's like, oh look, there's this warlord in
Or
this
is that
area
like-
is missing an eye.
Or is instantly having a connect target a perk?
No, it's...
I think we have to spend time here.
There are foci that lets you make connections when you listen to that, but like, we've connected some chance will fail. Like, hey, yeah, you know a guy, but you owe them money. They're here to collect.
Why don't we see if we can find some viable buyers that we can raise the prices on?
Well, we are a little in the red, so I'm willing to take some chances.
We are in the unique situation where we have the means to give a full demonstration of this product that other traders would not. Because I'm a cyber doctor.
Let's do it.
Alright, you do connect? I'll do connect. We'll both hit up and see who we can find on this planet.
So who's aiding whom?
I think we'll do it independently of each other.
Okay.
Because I
And-
think that's the better option. Because then we get double the chance of succeeding instead of
And I'll
2 chances of failing.
I'll accompany the guy who has no combat skills, because he's the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're a robot with a bow, so my character didn't.
A bow that shoots missiles.
So,
Alright. Yeah.
As we've established.
got a missile launcher.
7, and then what do I roll on Connect?
I'm gonna use my
Charisma,
expert
okay.
thing to reroll it.
You sure you want to roll that, Devin?
Wait a minute, I'm an expert. I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
5.
Expert
I'm gonna keep the 7.
Okay.
I am an expert.
Oh, you are an expert. Yeah, okay. I forgot that's a
5
class
as well.
thing.
Yeah.
5 and 5.
If this was heal, I get 3 to 6 drop the loads.
Okay then. I guess pause up and I'll figure out what consequences are of you guys rolling 5s.
I rolled 7.
Well, of Tyler rolling a 5.
God damn it, Tyler.
Even with your
Okay, we're back.
Okay then. So, you guys go to Shilos. That takes you another 2 days to get into the gravitational well, and you land on the planet. There are a couple ports, like you pick the port of Moha, is the main trade hub of the Nor Sultanate. And yeah, it's like many ports in here. It's like an old spaceport, and then you have like a Kowloon-esque city built around it, of like old like shipping containers and what have you, and this look dingy, rusty and what have you. Not a pleasant place to live and be and what have you, but well, you've seen worse. So you land, you do a docking. They since you're a far trader here to trade, they don't even charge you to refuel. They want you guys to be around.
Yeah, and as we walk out, I stab you in the back with a needle. And you. Now, we must be careful. There could be tetanus spores around.
my character leaves the ship in a spacesuit, right?
Roll, attack! Just kidding.
Before you put it on. Like you're in the shower, or you're sleeping, or you're eating, or you're on the toilet. Just... wherever. But mostly those places.
Right, well, let's put your plan into action.
Are you going for your contact?
Yep.
Very well. I'm going to go speak to mine. See what we can find and compare results.
Sounds good.
Okay then. So, who would like to go first?
Why don't I go first? That way you two can bounce off each other.
Sure.
Because else you'll do a bunch of stuff, then it'll be me, then it'll kind of wash out, and then it'll come back to us. I'll do mine first. You guys can stay fresh when we switch. Okay, so Soldier Roll 1 is my contact on this planet. He is a VI, he is a mercenary, and yeah, we know each other. I'm a medic, I can fix him, because I'm a medic for both machines and people, because of my angel morph.
Okay, so I guess he's like working the spaceport, one of the few places that has like higher level techs and whatever. So, he comes in and, hello, Mother.
Hello, soldier.
What brings you here?
I am part of a crew of far traders that are looking to turn a profit.
I see.
They're helping subsidize my research and my errands of mercy.
Well, then, it's good to have you here. Everyone likes a free trader here.
Yes. I was wondering, we have some product we're looking to sell to local polities in the need and with credit. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find a good presentation to show off the use of our product. I was hoping you could assist, you being a veteran.
What product are you selling?
We have high-grade medical prosthetics and mechanical augmentations for poor, crippled veterans, wounded soldiers, and, of course, people born with differently abled conditions.
Are you looking for a...
They are, of course, rugged and durable for planets as vibrant and alive as this one.
Are you looking for human individuals, or are you looking for robot individuals?
I was hoping to find a local biological soldier, perhaps a veteran, war hero, charismatic figure, someone who has been missed from the line of duty.
Well, there are certainly plenty of them around.
Could you please find me, for a cut, one of these individuals to reach out to so we may show off our product to them?
Certainly. Okay. Meanwhile, Tyler.
Okay. So we're rolling around. I know an old soldier used to hang out around here. I wonder if he's still kicking around his local watering hole. Might be able to help us out.
Oh, well, sure. Just about everyone's armed around here.
Yeah, you see that the soldiers from the government here, pretty much heavily armed or whatever. But their father, they don't really mind you.
Don't worry, I'm a free trader. They love me here.
I mean, yeah, you fill out your paperwork and you declare what you're trading. Here, have some gold passes because you're selling military stuff. We like those.
Yeah, you know how it is. I'm just sort of used to a weapon going off on a ship usually being really bad. Just makes me a little nervous.
Well, hopefully we'll get through this without any weapons going off. So we'll go into his bar.
Sure. Describe the bar. It's your contact after all.
It's a dingy, run-of-the-mill kind of place. You said a lot of these places were built out of shipping containers, so it's like a large shipping container that's been redone into a saloon.
Well, good thing you didn't bring the droid. Just kidding. So, in this dingy bar, what do we find?
I see Weston Ryant, who is an old soldier from this planet, and who I know from back in the day.
Yeah, he's there.
Weston, how you doing?
He just looks up at you from his drink, looks over, sees your old golden pad from the being a far trader here, we didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I'm full of surprises.
I see.
But I come bearing opportunity.
Oh, really?
You remember how you lost that arm?
I do remember it quite well.
Yeah. How would you like a new one?
Hmm.
See, we have got some top-of-the-line cybernetic limbs, all combat rated. We're looking to sell them here, but we were thinking we might do a little bit of a demonstration first. And for that demonstration, we need a volunteer. And I was thinking that volunteer could be you.
A little fancy over here, giving out his free product. Or are you here to tie up some loose ends?
I can't think of any loose ends I have that need tying up.
Hopefully not. He looks you dead in the eye with his...
Look, buddy, I'm doing you a favor.
Fine. Let's see it. I have nothing to lose. Not anymore. Maybe another arm.
I'll take him to the ship.
Right. A fancy ship now. Is this yours?
It is.
And how many years did you bust your ass for something like this?
Well, I'm in the process of busting my ass for this. But it's been a work in progress.
My man. So, show me your product. What do you have?
I'll show him an arm.
He's impressed. Fancy things.
We'll have to wait for the ship's doctor to get back. And of course, we'll have to arrange a demonstration.
Oh, fine. What, out in the docks? Or...
I was hoping more in front of some discreet buyers.
That probably can be arranged.
Would you know of anyone who's currently looking to upgrade their arsenal?
I think I can think of a few people. So he'll help you around with that. Okay. So, they're gonna do some more trading rolls so you can figure out how much how can this whether you're actually selling this, because maybe the price won't be all that great in the end.
Like cybernetics, someone just brought in 50 tons of them 2 weeks ago.
Could happen.
God damn it.
Yeah. So it's 2d6?
Okay. Further as possible, that's a lot of math and...
Let's pause and do the math. And we're back.
So, after all that math, what do we figure out? What's going on trade-wise at least?
They had a large collection of porcelain kettles that caught our eye, and we thought we would take 150 tons of them.
They were selling cheap, guys, like 30% off.
Kettles or teapots?
I don't care.
Assorted.
I'm not a connoisseur.
I'm imagining it's like a bunch
ceramic
of
kettle isn't a great way to boil water. A ceramic teapot is cute.
Okay.
It's like saying we got paper ovens. Fucking love paper ovens.
And yeah, you do your demonstration on the pool grizzled vet Weston.
Yep.
You know.
You won't even make me roll. Destroy that.
Fine, you want to roll? Roll it.
3d6, drop the lowest, because I'm a living god.
snake eyes.
10. What the fuck? I'm assuming this is int.
Yes, I guess.
11, 12.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You cut off his little stump and you put the thing on, and yeah, it's very functional and it looks really
You may feel
impressive.
some slight discomfort. Then you will feel some immense pain.
So yeah, you've impressed some, buyers here that, will buy up your stock and they pay a pretty penny.
Did we actually make a pretty good profit on that?
Yeah.
You bought those cybernetics at 19,000 a pop, sold it for 90. Sorry, bought it for 15, sold it for 90. So yeah, it's like couple times over, like 6 times more expensive. So yes, you did, sell them quite well. I guess the government officials / whatever. So helping fuel, the wars here, but that's fine. Yes. So, it takes you guys probably like a day or two to get this all going. They're pretty efficient at it. Meanwhile, we were housing some really high-end places, but hey, far traders. So, how we want to spoil ourselves / get high / do anything else here, guys?
Oh man. Do they have a library here?
Why would they have a library?
Do they have a University of Medicine?
Not around here. It's more of a trading thing.
Alright, I'll help their library and any local schools of medicine they have and just treat myself to a bunch of seminars on, science.
Well,
I'm a creature of science. I've done science for many years.
Well, you see, I guess they teach at the way lower level than what you're used to. It's more like, practical field medicine. Hey, how to saw some bones and what have you.
Sure.
Yeah. You're free to you can go wherever. Then,
They got libraries, so I'll
Yeah.
use my computer systems to copy their libraries.
You have the libraries with books.
Yeah, exactly. But I got tech with me, so I'll just sit down and just scan it.
Yeah, it's mostly stuff they got from elsewhere. Not a lot of stuff they're producing, and yeah, all stuff. For you it's not that useful.
Yeah, it's still useful to have. For reference, on the ship we have 5 storage units. One storage unit is an entire AAA corporation's server infrastructure. So it has storage.
So you fill a CD-ROM worth of data.
Yeah. Yeah, we got space for the sum total of knowledge we'll find on our travels. But that's how I treat myself. I gather up all the cultural knowledge and books that they have here, and
So, Books, not my
Take it.
character's thing because it doesn't read whatever local language isn't an AI. Booze, food, doesn't like that because the character only eats food stuff. But he will get himself a really stupid-looking military uniform because he knows those are going to be a big thing on a TL thing. It's basically just costuming crap.
Yeah.
Ship's still pretty new, so I'll just spend a lot of time getting to know it, taking parts apart, putting them back. It's also more of a like a rough and tumble area, so I'll practice shooting cans and
What
like doing the thing where I like take out my pistol, spin it, aim it, fire.
Yeah. For reference, the language here is Malay and Thai combination.
Where did we get the paper clips from? What was the planet called?
We got it from Roma Secunda.
Oh, fuck, how do I spell that?
It's in the notes.
ROMASSECUNDA.
Okay, and what's this planet called?
This is Shilos.
SHELOS.
There's a whole document
No, wait, I
of
got it.
planets.
I found it, guys. I'm good.
Yes.
So whenever we go to these planets, there's a thing you can buy for like 5 credits, and they're local planetary antibiotics. Whenever we hit a planet, I just drop 50 credits and buy 10 doses of it for the next time we come back.
Sure.
That way, when we come back, I can inoculate you guys ahead of time.
You know, if you could figure out how to make all of those and just have them on...
They're planet specific.
No, but I know. But you could, if you keeping them around, and you started duplicating them, having a repository that contains every one.
A plague. It sounds like. If you just started combining them all together.
No, I don't mean like I'm mixing them in a jar. I mean,
Oh boy, I'm doing science!
I'm not saying I should do
Yummy,
this.
yummy,
I'm
yummy.
saying our wonderful Dr. AI who knows about all the medicine and such.
Dear Doctor, today I made bioweapons.
We specifically promised that wasn't going to happen.
I mean genocide.
Damn you, Rick Berman, you piece of shit.
Alright, so we blasted out of here?
So let's say that took you like 2 days of the trading and everything, and yeah. So you got the space.
2 days to trade. That sounds terribly inefficient.
It takes time. Plus, you know, enjoying yourself.
We're not enjoying ourselves then.
Some people might.
They get left behind.
You'd leave your mother behind?
I'm a lot less concerned now that we made that much profit on a single.
Yeah, we rolled really well on that. I don't think we can count on that to happen every time.
Yep.
Still, it was a good strategy. Like, did our roleplay stuff of finding the guy actually help the pricing?
You need to sell it, right?
Yeah, I think it would be like, you know, you cancel each other out because you rolled okay, Devon. He rolled kind of badly.
God damn it! We didn't even use my guy!
I mean, he was there, probably helping you, and so on and so on. Next time, one person rolls. So you stick with it.
God damn it.
Next time. And Devon doesn't name things because he will name it basic something number 01. Always.
Until we could double up.
Well, I do know a robot who will buy it named 00100111101.
That's
Or
an
we could
insult.
go to his brother
Swear to God,
0001110.
this bit is old.
Yes.
So it takes us 2 days to fly out of the gravity well?
Yep. And then, well, it's time for some more drilling.
I'm so happy that you have the don't have to roll for this.
See, that makes it less interesting. Because wacky and zany adventures could happen in the meantime.
But if we
But
have
profits!
Yeah, but if we have wacky zany adventures, we'll end up owing multiple millions of dollars to the space mafia.
They're not space mafia, they're space fascists. There's a difference. Okay, so that's another 3 days in meta-dimensional space.
Yep.
Nothing's happening unless you guys want something to happen. It's pretty boring in here. Just space. Okay, and
We invent space shanties.
Yar har fiddly. Okay. So, you guys drill to 0400, the Monterf system. Okay, it is the system that has Inferno, Paradiso, and Purgatorio. One of those is where you're going. Let me look at this stuff.
What else would you want to try visiting one of the other planets while we're here?
I mean, I'm not
If we don't...
against it.
Isn't the other one a radioactive wasteland?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we have 3, though, to choose from.
I'm not sure if I have anything on board to help counteract the effects of genetically degrading radiation. At least I think doesn't come in a suppository.
Yeah. Well, no, the previous planet you passed by, the oceanic world, that was radioactive, destroyed, so on.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about dropping by a planet before we leave the system, like one we didn't go to.
No, but now you're in Monterf system,
Oh god,
where
I'm so behind.
when
We've visited like 8 systems in the first session, and in our game, when we did Black Star, we only visited like 1, alright?
well, I'm sorry that I had higher drill space on have you.
Oh my god. So we're in Marcuskin?
Monterf 0400.
Murmursherv.
Yeah, 04. Okay.
So yeah. You have Inferno, which is a hellhole of a planet that's periodically scorched by the sun. And you have Paradiso, which is you have your Purgatorio, which is your communist planet, and you have Paradiso, which is a dystopian utopia, where you have a lot of people there being constantly on like happiness drugs, happiness lobotomies and what have you. But yeah.
I'm sure happiness drugs.
4+ tech level. What's their specialization?
Hold on.
Medical, bet you it's pharmacology.
Life extending spice azure.
Huh.
Isn't Roman Secunda wanting bio?
I mean, who's going to say no to life-extending spice?
They're selling Maltech and medical, not biotech.
Oh, they're selling Maltech.
Yes. Because
That's Paradiso?
yes, this is Paradiso.
Captain, have you seen the profile? Have you seen the dossier for this system?
I have.
Well, I'll like bring it up on the screen, like tabbing and zoom in on Paradiso. Have you seen the profile for this planet?
Is there something that you're getting at?
They're operating at a much higher standard of living than we're accustomed to in this system of space. The very brief information I was able to glean from the public internet seems to point towards them having life-extending technology, leonization processes, Lazarus tech. Lazarus was a Paleo-Terran fable about a man who came back from the dead.
What, are you suggesting we do something about it?
Surely you can see the benefits of life-extending technology. You, of course, rapidly losing your life.
Yeah, it's also a forbidden substance in most spaces of the galaxy.
We won't go to most spaces of the galaxy to offload it.
I mean, I don't know why you're dancing around with this. Like, there's a section of the ship marked smuggler hold. You're not in there so that you're storing
Even if
tea
we only
kettles.
picked up a small supply of it, we could also take some for the crew.
See, like the bigger Maltech part of this Maltech planet is Maltech is generally a few things.
Yeah, there's a list
Pretty
of
much.
actual things.
Don't make tools of humankind, which they do by, hey, let's, geld your brain.
Happiness lobotomies.
Yeah, happiness lobotomies and so on, and turning it into like, those, coal mines here. There's, don't create unbreaked minds, which is unbreaked AI, which will kill you.
Yeah, no
Don't do
unshackled AI. I think is a pretty solid. Let's not trade.
Even when AIs are shackled, they can still get smart enough that they can teleport their system you've locked down physically away, and then they're loose.
Yeah, it's pretty much...
It's a problem.
Like,
They get smart enough to think their way out of space.
I mean, yeah. like even think about like if you find an AI core that's malicious towards you, it's really hard to contain it.
Yeah, like just the core, it'll eventually think its way out of you.
Yeah.
Even if you don't plug it into anything, it'll count itself down to your death.
Yeah. And the third Maltec is to create weapons of planetary destruction.
Because
if
planets are rare.
Yeah. So if you want to like have a planet crackers, that's Maltec. So they mostly deal with the first kind of making mind slaves and what have you.
But even like that sort of thing would also probably go pretty well on a military planet. If you wanted to sell it. I'm not a big fan of that stuff, though.
Planets with rigid standards of living such as this usually are in want of exotic pleasures they can't get in this world, on their world. Planets like Paradisia are usually heavily regulated and controlled. And control breeds markets.
So what are you suggesting that we market to them?
We would have to investigate the planet further. I'm not the trader here, unfortunately. But I know the pattern with these types of societies, having come from one myself.
Well, I'm down to do a little reconnaissance when we get there.
At the very least, we could grab at least a ton of this material for personal use. This would extend my operating lifespan, keeping the crew alive by hundreds of years.
Yeah, but then we're traveling around with a ton of Maltec in our cargo bay, and if we ever get raided and it gets found, that's a problem for us.
We didn't need to keep the entire ton, just enough to forward the crew.
So, Captain, could you just remind me over on the keel plate there? What does it say for? Remind me of the name
First
of
of
the ship.
all, it's not. Oh yeah, yeah. I thought you were going to point out the part that's labeled Smuggler's Bay, because you keep saying that and it's not labeled. I specifically went over that with whiteout.
Fucking glitter gel pens.
But we should probably
I'm
deliver
willing
our
to
cargo.
gamble to make a profit, but this just seems to be adopting risk for the sake of risk.
Why don't we just check out the planet after we're done?
Sure.
Get our job done and see if there's nothing good on the planet that'll make us a ton of money. Then we'll look into it. I'll bet you that planet I think always has refugees too. The one with all the fire and the burning.
Yeah. We'll keep our options open.
At the very least, we don't have to sell to them. We only need to buy from them. They have a surplus of something we and much of the rest of the system wants.
I don't know. Most of the post-tech areas we've traded at, I mean, not that I've ever been off Spaceland, but they have don't really offer that much unless there's a particular thing they want. But maybe we'll get lucky. We're in system.
Any one of the leaders of government we sold off those cybernetic systems to would pay 10 times that much for one unit of what they are selling.
Oh yeah. Problem is, can we get it? But it's an iffy thing anyway. We should probably just sell our stuff.
Let's go drop these paper clips off. See what that's all about.
Okay. As you're also taking in the system, you know that there's a distress signal coming from the asteroid belt. Some ship is in trouble. It's up to you whether you respond.
The universal law of space says always ignore distress signals.
I don't know.
No, we'll scan the area. What is it? What's in distress?
Okay, well, time for some scanning. I think that's some rolls involved. Let's look at this. Let's see what this does. See, this session is all about figuring stuff out. And what do you think? So, I think that's page 112-ish. And you guys can have a look.
So I don't know who wants to roll scan, but I don't because none of us is.
Does anyone have int?
I do.
Okay.
I'm the thinker.
And you're the expert, so you can potentially re-roll it.
Yeah.
Isn't that once
do we
per
roll?
session?
I think that's.
Wait, what's this? What are the scanners?
Programming.
I think it's program.
I don't have program.
Yeah, no one is
No one
programmed.
is programming.
But you at least have int.
Alright. So what's the penalty for rolling without int? Or without program?
-1.
All right, I'm breaking even, so I will use up my scene power. Here we go. First roll, a 4.
Oh.
Second roll, an 8.
Okay. Let's see.
This is the distress signal, right?
Yeah.
Analyzing signal, Captain.
Let's see what we can
Rolls a
get
2.
out of it.
It's clearly a black hole.
Because they're like
Death to the flesh.
different roles for finding things.
The thing is, there's no good reason for a ship to be in an asteroid field unless they're hiding.
What if they're mining? Perhaps that all-starfarer that's been there the whole
I
time.
mean, every terrible adventure series I've read has involved someone else immediately saying, "Yeah, but what are they hiding from?" Then immediately followed by something really bad happening, like pirates attacking. But that would be a little cliche.
Perhaps there might be resources of value on board. The ship itself, if it's still functional.
Okay, so you run the scan. It's kind of hard because it's like interfering with the whole asteroid boat. You find some signal of a what's the ship's of a shuttle type ship that's lost there. He's just meaning, just an SOS, in need of help. Doesn't seem to have anything like, weapons wise on it and what have you.
Can we hail him?
No. Well, you try to, but no response, just an SOS signal.
Okay. Take us in, I say to myself.
What did
As
we
I pilot
find?
in.
It's
It's a shuttle that's not responding to hails.
Yep.
I'll go to the medical bay and prepare.
Okay then. So that will take you 2 more days to move.
Whoa, this takes us time?
Yes. Like in space you have sectors which are like
Yeah.
around something, and moving between sectors takes you 2 days. And then within sectors way faster. Okay. Let's just take some notes. Okay, so you fly in, the signal just going the whole time, and nothing's changing, it's some sort of automated signal. Then you arrive at the asteroid belt, just asteroid belt, what do you want there?
Okay. We stay at the edge and tractor it out.
It seems to be lodged in an asteroid thing, so...
Lodged in an asteroid?
Well, lodged itself into an asteroid, so...
Alright.
Float to it.
Okay, I guess... We don't have a shuttle, do we?
No. This is so clearly a trap.
As you say that... Yeah, some ship comes at you from behind. It's been attached to another asteroid, and time for some space combat.
The ship's attached to an asteroid?
No, you.
Oh, it's docked on.
Yeah, it was docked running, coal and what have you. So it's
Do we have those border countermeasures?
No, but we do have emergency thruster boosts, which we are using to jet out of here.
Okay, let's figure out how space combat works, and everybody get to your stations, I guess.
So should we pause?
Sure, let's pause.
We're back!
Okay, so after
Math.
10-15 minutes of deliberation of what can be done and so on, what's your plan of action, guys?
So originally, the plan was that we were going to try to escape and maybe harass them with fire, and we realized with the ship systems, we are all really fucking awful at this, and we cannot do multiple things at once. We ran the probabilities. To escape, we'd have to do 3 successful rolls in a roll to escape combat and do nothing else, get shot. But if we try to shoot them, because of how captains and gunnery works, we can shoot them 6 times in those 3 rounds, and we only hit them once because we bought a stupidly big gun for the ship. And it'll fucking kill these guys.
Okay then, So let's go to actions. First, you get ambushed, so they get a first turn.
You're gonna have to shoot though. Yeah.
Who's got the higher int
The
modifier?
Hippocratic Oath forbids me from doing any harm to a living creature.
I'm sure the ship is full of robots.
I can fire too. I've got a decent dex at least.
Oh, okay. No, he can do it.
You're both firing.
No, one of us is firing twice.
Like,
Technically 6 times.
one person.
Okay.
And like we talked about this as we were flying too in character. I'm like, oh no, wait, I can't. Hippocratic Oath.
Okay.
Hippocratic.
I have a bow.
That shoots missiles.
Shoots arrows, and you know it.
Let's. Okay, there's your ship. So your AC is 14,
Sorry.
armor is 2.
I really take issue with the idea that we were ambushed.
Well,
Okay, look.
Just throw it in.
It's like going to a haunted house, which I did last week. Even though you know they're going to come running at you, screaming from every direction, it's still spooky.
Okay.
I mean, you probably feel like, oh yeah, the ship, will say SOS, and then.
By the way,
that's
listeners,
Okay.
if you're in Vancouver and it's still October, go to Potter's House of Horrors. It's spooky.
You think we'll release this month?
I know, right? It's not going to happen.
Maybe it'll be a year from now.
Maybe.
And it'll be topical.
Okay, so the NPC ship, they have 4 command points because they're not using. They don't have anyone in the department. They're just using gunnery. So gonna fire one weapon twice. That's 3, so that's a miss, and that's a 1, so it's a miss. So they're just firing around you, and they're missing. You guys are too nimble, even you're a free merchant.
I mean, it's space. It's mostly empty space.
On the com. Where we go, death follows. I guess no one played Profiteer too.
No one. We're all under 50.
So, you guys, what do you do? What departments are you guys in?
I guess I'll take the bridge. Or you're taking the bridge. Who's taking bridge?
I was going to take captain.
You take captain? I'll take the bridge.
Sure. Or I mean, either way.
It sounded like we were both on the bridge all talking about this, and then he ran off to the gunnery seat, and I jumped into the pilot's cockpit.
Okay.
While you're like, I can manage this, I know what to do.
Yeah, so I jump over to the guns.
Okay.
How different can it be than crushing someone said telekinetically?
Okay, so
I know some maneuvers.
what actions are you guys undertaking first? Because
I'm going to use support department to reduce the command points of one of the moves he's making by 2 by giving him some expert's instructions in how to shoot ship out of space.
shoot it faster before they can damage my new ship. My new ship.
Congratulations on buying your Mark IV thermal death plasma lance.
And I will do
Make
my
sure to
duty.
read these instructions carefully before operation.
We haven't even taken the plastic off the screen yet. And I will do a maneuver by doing my duty to generate a command point for the ship by slamming the reverse on the thrusters and tilting the entire ship so the gun part is facing the area of the shuttle.
Okay, so
Because our ship doesn't have like a turret or something. It is a giant cannon that is strapped to the top of it.
oh, yeah.
Runs
think
its
we did that
entire
yet.
length.
Because the idea was we were going to get a capital ship gun and use the large mount.
First of all, your ship has Q-ship cladding, which means it can look like anything. So first you have to unfold all your
Yeah.
How does it look even? How does your ship look normally? How does it look when it goes to the weapons mode?
We'll figure that out for next session.
It's like how about this? Like a big crane, and the crane just sort of just slides up, and there's a big gun right underneath it.
Honk. Okay, so how many command points do you have now before we start shooting? So
I've generated 1, and the NPCs generate 1, so that's 2. So we got 2, and his action has a -2 modifier for firing guns.
So engineering and comms are on use department, so they generate you 2 points. You're on bridge, you generate 3rd point. Captain does a discount, and yeah, now we're gonna actually have 3 points and a discount of 2, so you can do
Two shots and 1 wasted.
yes. I think that's how it
All right,
works.
so D20, I guess.
D20, because this is really this good percentages, guys. I hate linear difficulty.
16.
16. With all the modifiers.
Yeah, +1, -1.
+1, -1. Okay. So, you managed to hit this nimble little fighter. So, roll your damage.
3d6.
Twice and take the better result.
God.
Twice.
Nice.
You have
Overcharged weapon.
overcharged.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Well, that would be a 12, so it's kind of irrelevant because... yeah, the highest is the 12.
Okay then, no, that's good enough with your armor penetration, right? Yeah, like 15 or something. No, you managed to just cut this little fighter in twine.
It's like,
First
it's an unarmed cargo ship, we'll head straight in. And then, like, the big thing just opens up and, like, what was thought was, like, a cargo thing display is actually a huge freaking gun.
We'll tractor beam the wreckage.
The wreckage is the size of a spaceship, and those take a lot of tonnage.
We should do some hacking into the thing with there.
I mean, let me go on board and check for salvage. I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both pretty hot on that, so...
I can check both of them for salvage. I don't need to breathe.
Okay then. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. You spent some time on that, you rummaged through it. No, the ships, you know, if you had a salvage crew, you could maybe salvage this for parts. But the ship itself had like 2 tons of spare parts that's worth like 10,000 each on the normal market. So that's the most useful stuff you find after some rummaging.
I also want the guy's helmet.
Spare parts, right?
Sure. Well, does Devon bring you the helmet, or do you bury it with it or something?
Barry?
I don't know.
I'm
I'm asking you, because...
Oh no,
How
I
much are
take
the spare
trophies.
parts worth?
sorry?
How much are the spare parts worth?
10,000 credits. The
Tell you
spare
what.
parts you can use for like repairing ship and what have you.
Were there any personal effects on the pilot?
What are they? What would you like?
Their skull.
Sure.
I bring you the helmet, I pop up the skull, and I take it to my room.
You
All
kill
right.
a queen it.
Oh, I've been taking trophies ever since the session started.
Okay.
This is my 3rd one I've taken so far.
I just look for. Is there any? So that was the shuttle on the moon. Or is that thing still there?
Well,
I wasn't quite 100% sure on it.
so yeah.
It's
Well-
probably just a beacon.
Well, this scheme is...
Oh yeah, we're gonna check that guy out too.
Yeah, it was like, you know, some sort of old derelict shuttle that's been already stripped for parts. Just, you know, engage its, like, you know, emergency distress signal. Just leave it there. And he was just sitting on another asteroid nearby with everything turned off, so it'd be really hard to, you know, pick up his signal. And when he sees, oh, someone's coming, just
Still
turn
good.
tap, attack.
If nothing else, we'll take the transponder because, well, we should. So it can't be used again for this matter, and also so that whoever was originally on the ship can know that they were, you know, killed by pirates.
It seems this, you know, ship has been here for a while, so. But, okay.
I mean, hey, it only has to pay off once.
Yeah, but never mind.
What, we want to put the beacon here and hunt ships? I'll put you guys in. We have the cold pod, so I can put you in the cold pods and I'll just wait. And it's like, alright guys, it's go time, go time!
It's kill time! Quick, you know.
We gotta pirate them!
Disgorge them from the cryopods.
You're covered in goo. It's again, we'll do it just like we did before. Piracy, piracy. Wake up, Al!
Every day of my life has turned into a day of murder. I've become Ripley.
I love that speech she gives in Alien 3. Because of the context for it.
Do tell the listener the context.
Alright, so in Alien 3, Ripley gives a speech to the xenomorph that's on the prison hell planet. And she's like, you've been in my life so long, I can't imagine any time before you were there. You know, you're the one constant in my life. And that seems really cool because, you know, it's the 3rd movie in the franchise, and it's Ripley lamenting her life, the death of her daughter, the death of everyone she's ever loved, Newt, that fucking guy, Michael Biehn. But you gotta understand, Ripley first was in Alien 1 from her perspective like a month ago.
Yeah.
Like, Alien 1 happened over the course of like 2 or 3 days, and then she went to cryosleep, and then she woke up and was like on Earth for like a month, and they're like, okay, go do Alien 2. And Alien 2 lasted her maybe 2 days, and then she went back into cryosleep.
Yep.
And that's the speech she's making. Like it's not goofy. It's fun and it's powerful. Like that's how traumatized she is by like the shit she's had to deal with these things. She doesn't remember a time before them. It's only been a month.
All right, well, these paper clips better have been worth it.
Right?
I mean, know how much you'll be getting when you pay them off or deliver them. So, I guess you guys take flight again.
Yep.
Go to Progresso.
It's another 2 days.
Yep, another 2 days in space.
Yeah, I'm gonna strip, clean, polish, and resin cast that skull.
There you go.
Put it on my little trophy case I have in my room, next to the others.
Not disturbing at all.
Oh, okay. Well, just for reference, so I don't leave it on a super fucking dark note, I have that paperclip I stole. It's on my shelf from the first job we got. I have the books from that cyberware job from Skilos, and now I have the skull of that raider.
I was wondering what the other two were.
Not to leave it on a super dark note. I've been killing people constantly behind your back.
I mean, I have a whole suitcase of skulls.
They just kept coming out. It's like a game of Skyrim, Tyler. It's like I've been going on every planet we go on. I go and find a bunch of parents and kids, and I shoot the parents in front of the kids and tell the kids, Tyler's character made me do it. Here's his picture and a list of his hopes and fears. Grow up to avenge them.
Hey, Devin. You know, we might go on a planet that's like AI. If I have a skull, I can disguise myself as a human.
I want to go to an armor planet.
Okay then, so you guys land at Purgatorio at Docking District 1, which is the designated docking area for this planet, because they're like to be organized. All the traders go there. So yeah, you dock. It's like an enclosed dock from the elements, whatever. And yeah, you look around, there's usually less activity than you normally see in a docking port. And yeah, there are like other ships, people like seem to be bumming about. And yeah, something's clearly up here. But I think it's time for us to wrap for today. Leave it a hang.
Clearly there's a great paperclip shortage. And we've come to say
Yeah, solid stuff. Man, we got our first kill.
Yeah, we got to test around a couple things, you know.
Check out some stuff in the system.
Perfect. All right, so
Ivan, Peter,
Mark?
Devin.
Tyler?
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.